Hello viewers, this is Nisha H. Kamath. Welcome you to the mathematics class of 8th standard on understanding quadrilaterals. In today's video, we will learn elements and properties of a parallelogram. First of all, let's recall what are the elements of a parallelogram. A parallelogram A, B, C, D is given. You can name it as A, B, C, D, or you can name it as parallelogram B, C, D, A, or you can name it as D, C, D, A. You have to go either clockwise or anti-clockwise continuously to name the parallelogram. Now first, a parallelogram is a quadrilateral with four sides and the opposite sides being parallel to each other. So first element which you are going to see are the four sides. Which are the four sides of these parallelogram? AB 1, BC 2, CD and DA. So the sides are AB line segment, BC, CD and DA. Either you call it AB or BA, both refer to the same line segment. Now, second one, we talk about the four angles. We shall name four angles. A parallelogram has four angles. So, it is angle A, or we name it as angle DAB or BAD. That is the angle which you are referring, that vertex should come in the middle. So DAB. Similarly, angle B, or we can call it as angle ABC. ABC. Angle C, or angle, this angle, it's BCD. And finally, angle D, or angle CDA or ADC. Let me call it as CDA. Which is the next element? We shall see the four vertices. Four vertices. Vertices are the point where the two line segment meet. So there are four vertices, that is A, B, C and D. So the four vertices are A, B, C and D. Next we will see opposite sides. Opposite sides. Opposite sides are the one which do not have a common vertex. That is AB and DC is one pair of opposite sides. AB, to understand is, it will just come opposite. AB, in front of that you have DC. These are the parallel or the opposite sides. AB and DC, one pair of opposite side. One more pair is AD and BC, these two, AD and BC. So you will have two pair of opposite sides. Similarly, we have opposite angles. Opposite angles. Which are the opposite angles? Angle A and angle C are opposite. Angle A and angle C, one pair. One more pair is angle B and angle, this is one pair. The second pair is angle B and angle D. So we have two pair of opposite angle and two pair of opposite sides. Next we will see, that is sixth element, adjacent sides. Adjacent sides. Adjacent sides are those sides which have a common vertex. AB and CD or BC have a common vertex here. So one pair is AB and BC. AB and BC. I hope you remember the small line above indicates it is a line segment, which is the second pair of adjacent side. These two are over. Now these two have a common point here. So it is BC and DC or CD, however you want to name it. The third pair is CD and DA. CD and DA. This is the third pair of adjacent side. The last pair is DA and AB. DA and AB. So we have 4 pair of adjacent sides. Like we had opposite sides and opposite angle, with the adjacent side we also can name the next element, that is adjacent angles. Again we have 4 pair of adjacent angles. Which are they? Angle A and angle B. So adjacent angles are the angles which come at the end of the same line segment. This line segment end we have this and we have this. So these two are the adjacent side. Similarly, the end point of these two, this line segment form B and C. So angle B and angle C. These are second set of adjacent angles. Then you have C and D. Angle C and angle D. Finally, angle D and angle A. So we got 4 set of adjacent angles. Next one, diagonals. Diagonals are the line segment which connect the opposite vertices. So A connected to C. This line segment is called one diagonal and this is second diagonal. So there are 2 diagonals in a quadrilateral. They are AC and BD. Once you know which are the elements of the parallelogram, now we'll see what are the properties of the parallelogram. First property, opposite sides are parallel. In a parallelogram, opposite sides are parallel. Parallel symbol is this, vertically 2 line. This is the symbol for parallel, remember. Now, which are the parallel sides? You already know. AB and DC, AD and BC. These opposite sides are parallel to each other. We can indicate it by putting the arrow mark like this in the same direction. This indicates these 2 sides are parallel. Similarly, if you put 2 arrow marks facing upward here, these indicate these 2 are parallel. So we can write it as AB parallel to DC and AD parallel to BC. Okay, so we will see the second property. Opposite sides are equal. They are parallel plus they are equal. That is, I can indicate it by saying one line here. This is how equal sides are indicated, by putting the same. So this is equal to this, AB is equal to DC. So AB is equal to, that is, when I say equal to, we mean the length. Length of AB will be equal to length of DC and AD is equal to BC. This is the second property. We'll see the third property. You know what are opposite angles? Opposite angles are equal. Opposite angles are equal. Which is the opposite of angle A? It is angle C. So measure of angle A will be equal to angle C and measure of angle D will be equal to measure of angle D. So I can write it as angle A is equal to angle C and angle B is equal to angle D. The third property is opposite angles are equal. Next one, the adjacent sides, adjacent angles are supplementary. Adjacent angles are supplementary. What is the meaning of supplementary? When we add two angles, if we get a total of 180 degree, such angles are called as supplementary angles. So, angle A plus angle B will give you 180 degree. We know that there are adjacent angles. There are 4 sets of adjacent angles. So, one set is A and B. Then you have angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. Angle C plus angle D is equal to 180 degree. And finally, angle D plus angle D and A, 180 degree. Opposite angles are equal, adjacent angles are supplementary. The next property, the diagonals bisect each other in a parallelogram. You know how to draw the diagonals? So this is one diagonal, BD is the second diagonal. Consider they are going to meet at a point called O. Now, what is the meaning of bisecting? Cutting it into equal half. So this line segment will be equal to this, and this line will be equal to this. How do I write it? Diagonals bisect each other. Bisecting is cutting it into two equal half. So here now AO, what is AO? The first portion of this diagonal will be equal to OC. Similarly, BO will be equal to DO. So these are the 5 properties of a parallelogram. Apart from this, to solve the problems, you should also remember that angle sum property. What is the angle sum property? The 4 interior angles, when you add, the total should be 300. Total will be 360 degree. That is angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D will be equal to 360 degree. If you understand these properties, plus if you can name the correct elements, you can solve any type of problem that come under this. Let's try to understand this with an example. BEST is a parallelogram. We have to find value of X, Y and Z using the different properties of a parallelogram. Now, let's try to understand the question. BEST is a parallelogram. Out of the 4 interior angles, one angle is given. That is, angle B has been given as 100. You should find out X, Y and Z. Remember, Z is the exterior angle here, not the interior. Now, what is given? Angle B is equal to 100 degree. That is given according to the question. Now, I can find out angle X here, correct? X can be found. How? Because opposite angles in a parallelogram are equal. I hope you remember the property. Opposite angles are equal. So, X will be equal to angle B, which is equal to 100 degree. Whenever you try such type of question, inside the bracket you should write according to which property you are saying this. What is this property? It is opposite angles are equal. So we know that opposite angles are equal. That is the reason why I got x value as 100 degree. So let me write here x1 I have solved. X is 100 degree. Now I know that the adjacent angles are supplementary. So and x plus y should give you 180 degree. Which property are we using here? Adjacent angles are supplementary. Now I already know the value of x. How much did I get value of x as? 100. So 100 plus y is equal to 180 degree. You know how to solve the linear equation also now. So y is equal to 180, taking 100 onto the other side, we'll get 180 minus 100. So y is equal to 80 degree. So you solve this also. Y is equal to 80 degree. What is remaining? Z. If you look at this, y and z are linear pair. I hope you remember what is linear. I hope you remember what is linear pair. The angles which come on the same line and have a same side. These two are linear pair, and because they are on the straight line, the total of these two together should be equal to 180 degree. So again I can write y plus z is equal to 180 degree. What is the reason that you are giving now? They are not adjacent angle. Remember, they are linear pair. These two are linear pair. Here also we said x plus y is equal to 180. But x plus y were adjacent angles of the parallelogram. But y and z are linear pair. We know the value of y, which is equal to 80. So 80 plus z is equal to 180. Z will be equal to 180 minus 80, which is equal to 100 degree. So value of z is 100 degree. So this x I got as 100, y is 80 degree and z is again 100 degree. Even though this is not asked, can you tell me what is the angle here formed at the point T? Yes, it should also be equal to 80 degree. What is the reason? That the opposite, if this is y is 80 degree, we know that opposite angles in a parallelogram are equal. So if this is 80, this should also be 80 degree. Now you know the different elements and properties of the parallelogram. Try this. PQRS is a parallelogram where given is that angle S is equal to 70. You need to find the other three interior angles. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.